Hello, hello, hello. How are we doing, guys? We are back. We're back. Let me just set everything up. We have market open right now. 30 seconds. Quick little pre-market open or market open analysis. I've been looking at all of that for the last half an hour maybe. Does not look too bullish in my opinion, but we will see. So let's just hop over the most important things. So the first 30-minute candle on this swing fail pattern hasn't tucked in, so this one isn't really a swing fail, but let's wait for the next 30-minute candle. Bybit on EXO is fixed, and yeah, they are basically opening positions in both directions. You have limits above and below the price, but you're closer to the ones below, but you can see that while we're pushing down, limits are placed above the price. And last but not least, you can see that BlackRock deposited 4k Bitcoin, so 244 million worth of Bitcoin into Coinbase. So yeah, zooming out on the CVD, you can also see that yeah, we didn't really have any price action yesterday, but Binance is selling, or rather selling. But let's see. So if this tucks back in, we will see. So let me just put on some music. What's up, Flo? How are you doing? So basically yesterday we saw that there wasn't really that much price action during market open, and after you had a little drop. However, this was still bullish. I mean, you still had the higher low. James C also mentioned that you have bullish structure. So where is it? You have the low, the high, the higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. So now this should have been the higher high, but it wasn't. And we even confirmed it kind of, or we're confirming it right now with the lower low. So this is just basic structure, but I was looking at this, at the yellow line. This is a swing fail, or at least I mark it that way. And as I said in the beginning, this kind of seems like that it's not swing failing, or at least not on a 30-minute, which is what I'm mostly looking at. My 1 minute short scalp is near to hit TP. Oh, 1 minute? Bro, you're a warrior. 1 minute warrior is crazy. Is this your entry? With a TP down here? So something like this. 1 to 5 risk reward. From the higher time frames, let's just look all over that. So maybe start with the daily. We are currently like retesting this zone. If you go back in the YouTube highlights in the previous streams, I mentioned that this is the previous range point of control. So as of right now, we are actually testing the zone, and we kind of do a bearish retest. So we broke through it. Now we have the bearish retest. So let's see if we get the lower low, or if it does some kind of goofy stuff. Something like this. So this is the daily. Markets have a kind of recovered. I mean, obviously you have a lot more space to the upside, but look at this money flow and this VWAP and those RSIs. I mean, they are pretty bearish still. The same goes for all the other higher time frames. You can see that money flow is curving down again. You can see that 12-hour even has recovered, and there might be a clip with a red dot. 8-hour has a red dot, which will be confirmed in 2 hours, and this pattern just goes on throughout the time frames until the 2-hour, where you actually had a quite decent momentum wave to the upside. And the green dot, I mean, yesterday, and this is especially the 1 hour, yesterday it kind of seemed like that it would just go, in my opinion at least, because you had this deep VWAP, you had green money flow, and you had this trend continuation. So it kind of seemed like it would just make another higher high. But I think that Spot and especially BlackRock had other plans. Flow entry 62561. Wait. 62561 here. Stop loss 62627. That is some goofier stop loss, I'm not gonna lie. And 60-1 is a TP. My guy is aiming for a 7-1 risk reward. I mean, it's crazy. He already secured like 6.6 risk reward. That's crazy. Flo, great trade, honestly. Really good trade. You might, if I think about it, for just future reference, and especially since you mentioned yesterday that you had problems recently with having the right bias but being stopped out too early, just put the stop loss up here. This is like kind of, well, at least in my opinion, I would not put it here, I would put it up above the high. For me, this kind of break of the trend line was also an indication that it might go lower. I actually shorted here with the stop like that, and I'm aiming for those weekend lows, which I also wrote about yesterday in the chat. I'm gonna play it pretty safe because it is kind of a make it or break it zone, especially with this swing fail that I mentioned. So if this tucks back in and is being accepted above, well then it's probably gonna rotate all the way back up, because now you have just cleared the range lows, and on the lower time frame you might even have some well, not really. I was thinking about it might form like something of a failed auction, but it might actually do something like this. Swing higher, swing low, golden pocket, and then rotate all the way back up to the value area high. Structure. We have order flow, and we have, what else do we have? Market cipher. So we had all that. Did we have good structure for the swing fail long? No. did we have good order flow for the long? Well, you kind of, I mean, if you look at that and if you look here, I mean, technically though, there are many Binance shorts, but, and also Bybit shorts, but, big but, look at this, look at this. So that means order flow was also, at least for now, not too good. And market cipher on this one here, you could argue, so you could say, well, so that's the conclusion. No long attempt. At least for me. Look at this. This was, wait, the entry was here. This was the trade. I closed it because I don't really like all those shorts opening. I mean, I could see it actually just maybe retracing this and retesting this and then moving lower. Especially if all the shorts close on this move and maybe longs start to open. I would be interested in trying to reshort this area. I'm not worried about missing out like on this. It's fine for me. But oh yeah, that's the short from today. We will see. Okay guys, so I think I'm gonna head out to the gym now. On a lower time frame you definitely have like this trend shift. However, you can see that we are right at the golden poquito. Make sure to be aware. Make sure to have your levels marked out. Make sure to have a plan. So to everyone who joined in, thanks a lot. To everyone chatting, thanks a lot. And as I said, make sure you know what you want to see in order to take a trade. And if you have troubles or trouble recently with following your plan, making the same mistake over and over again, then I would highly recommend to use a journal. Our journal explicitly, we have the best. We are working on making it even better. So make sure to check our journal out as well. And yeah, that's it pretty much for today.